Well, shall we comment about these worthless, feckless food eaters that sponge like carrions they are off the body of British society, off the Commonwealth, the taxpayers of the Commonwealth. These persons here whom the government has set up as icons, and there are still hundreds of persons, iconojewels they call them, who worship the ground that these walk on. These filthy, feckless food eaters that wouldn't give you the time of day. Stink to high heaven because they've got no morals and no ethics, and all they have is Jimmy Piggy Savile. And now Jeffrey Epstein. And all this here is put forth, like everything else, to pull the emotions, the heartstrings of the idols that the government has set up and the people have retained because they've not spoken out against these, as a mass multitude should but don't. Okay, of these worthless persons who don't demand what every common man and woman demands of one another, that each and every one of us should go out to work, labour with our hands, the sweat of our brow, provide for ourselves, and not have our neighbour to provide for us. And as soon as we say that to the numpties, to the secularists who bow down to the altars of secularism, they say, you want a federal state president. And I say, hang on a minute, how dare you lie against me? Who gave you the authority to say that I want a president? Come on. Now have we lost the boldness to face our fellow man and say, come on, tell me? Because I've no reservations. I always ask them, tell me, why are you saying that against me? You don't know me. That's what the norm is. That's what the fall is. Right. Okay. So you're classing me then as just one of the political animals that go nodding along like donkeys to everything. I'm not an individual in my own right. Well, I'll tell you something, matey boy. I'm a common man. I don't believe in presidencies. We have a government, corrupt as it is. We have a Prime Minister. The two running the country. Why do we need any other persons in state? We don't. What's the point? And in the UK, we have some of the most scenic places in the world. Historical places in the world. Americans love them. Love to come sightseeing. Look at the Cotswolds. Look at the Brecon Beacons. Look at it all. It's marvellous. Don't come to see this old bag. But oh no, the political nodding donkeys say, oh, now they come to see you. No, they don't. At one time, the Albert Piggin Dock overtook these buggers. These are nowhere in the frigging list. They don't deserve a penny for their wasteful lives. They don't represent anything but lazy buggers. Now, the common man, as we said, provides for himself, common man and woman, and therefore has decency within them to provide for themselves. They're not feckless, not on the down off feeding off the taxpayers like these buggers are. And when we say that, I'm not saying that every bugger that comes and represents themselves to the benefit office is a cadger. Like these pair. No, they're not. You do have them, like these pair. But our British soldiers are not cadgers who've been laid off by government. Businesses that have been shut down by our government, the staff are not feckless. It's not their fault. It's the government's fault. But what does government do? Oh, you lazy buggers. You soldiers and you clerical staff and you shipwrights. Oh, lazy buggers, aren't you? I tell you what, they've got more decency under their picking fingernail, their little fingernail, than the government has. They'll blame buggering everybody. And these two feckless gits represent nothing but cadgers of the hard-working British taxpayer, and they give nothing in return.
To have been a fly on the wall at the Buckingham Palace breakfast table yesterday when the Queen and Prince Philip confronted the headlines about the hideously inappropriate use of their London residence for a party for multi-millionaire ex-football.
So you'd like to be a fly on the wall at the breakfast table, so therefore then you were there to see them basically around the breakfast table, to say they got round the breakfast table. They might have had breakfast in pig in bed. Lazy buggers. Oh, you're just painting a picking story though. And you're also including your own interpretation of what these feckless wonders' emotions would be. Okay? How can you do that? Who gave you the authority to comment on these feckless wonders? With their billions and billions.
Use of their London residence for a party for multi-millionaire ex-footballer David Beckham's 6-year-old daughter Harper. The Queen, even at 91, remains a woman who's always been sensitively attuned to the PR requirements of constitutional monarchy.
Well, prove that. You pick and prove it. You've said it, but prove it. Prove it. You know, we're living in a pigging day and age. If some bugger says something, it must therefore be real. Sod that off. Prove it. Prove what you say. Everything. Prove what you say. Because any bugger can go round and say, well, this and this and this, and every bugger believe in the silly sods. Oh, did you hear that Manchester Arena got blown up? Oh, did it? I believe it. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof that when you vote, you're going to get what the politicians have said you're going to get? You've no proof. No evidence. So after the election, you don't get the pigging thing. Because they lied to you. Where's the evidence? Evidence, evidence, evidence. That's the thing that is missing today. Evidence.
Requirements of constitutional monarchy. At a time when she is due to receive £370 million of public money for refurbishment of a building that is funded by the British taxpayer.
Exactly, funded by the British taxpayer and colonials. And she's getting all that money to live in those. But, you know, it does offend a decent, hard-working, common sense man or woman.
She must have winced.
Must have winced. Because he took his daughter to Buckingham Palace, our palace, that we're paying for and refurbishing. So you were there with the camera, were you? Where's the evidence? Were you under the table or something? Or under the bed? Or maybe they had the breakfast in the toilet? Or in the bath? Were you there? Of course you weren't. So all this is just spiel.
Party for the privileged child of a man with an estimated fortune of 280 million.
Hang on. This is running a person down. I'll come back to this in a second.